History is passed down through our stories, and it's so important to make sure that what happened in the past really recorded for future generations to know.
Absolutely. The Chicago Theological Seminary is putting together a podcast focusing on the civil rights work done in the 1960s with Chicago's own Reverend Jesse Jackson and Dr. Brad Braxton, the president of the Chicago Theological Seminary, joins us this morning to talk about this project. Dr. Braxton, thanks for being with us.
Delighted to be with you.
Okay, so it's well known that Reverend Jesse Jackson was a close associate of Dr. King. He was on the hotel balcony in Memphis when, unfortunately, Dr. King was assassinated. He was a protege of him. And he was also studying at the Chicago Theological Seminary while he was working for Dr. King during the Civil Rights Movement, correct?
That's correct. Since its founding in 1855, Chicago Theological Seminary has been on the vanguard of social justice. And that's what attracted a young Reverend Jesse Jackson to come and try to connect his faith to his politics to see if he could make a difference. And out of the classroom at Chicago Theological Seminary, he was called to bring the seminary and the street together to make the world a better place.
And talk about what you're doing now. Tell me the project, the purpose behind and the timing of it right now.
Out of a wonderful gift from the Donnelly Foundation, we have been working now for almost 4 years on a series of oral histories on some of those pioneers who helped Reverend King turn this bread basket project, this economic development project, into something that really had legs on the ground in Chicago. And one of the things I think it's important for your viewers to know is Chicago was a major theater of engagement in the civil rights movement. Recall that Dr. King said the segregation that he experienced in Chicago was actually worse than he experienced in the South. So doing this kind of economic development work took courage and creativity.
And this coming from Birmingham during the bus boycotts. I mean, that was a major statement at that time. And I think it's really important to note, we're always reminded on MLK Day, the importance of Chicago in the civil rights movement. Dr. King, for a time, lived in Chicago. He lived on the west side, had an apartment there, and so integral. And we have this living history vessel in Reverend Jesse Jackson. How important is it just to tap into all his knowledge and history?
Absolutely important. James Baldwin says the past helps make the present coherent. By having an elder in our village like Reverend Jackson with us, feeding these stories into us, it empowers this new generation of activists. Indeed, it is our hope to eventually fund an institute that helps to train students at Chicago Theological Seminary about this kind of work so this generation can continue the struggle.
And speaking of this generation, you said classes start tomorrow. How do you work with students and teach them to continue this work, especially when it comes to nonviolent protest and standing up against discrimination and those things?
What I often say as the president of Chicago Theological Seminary is, we are trying to create shepherds for the public square. We don't need folks who are inside of just sanctuaries. We need folks who are out in the streets making the world better. And using these podcasts will be literally case studies to help empower this new generation. We have a doctoral degree that we are beginning next year on public ministry. So anybody who's interested in what I call street corner religion, that is taking your faith and connecting it with serious political activism, we're the place to do it because of the legacy of folks like Reverend Jackson.
And that's a great point, because the black church specifically was so integral to the civil rights movement from Dr. King and so many others. But today, is it become more political, whichever way you lean?
There's an opportunity, I'll say it this way, through this work and this podcast to show that when religion behaves, it is one of the most positive forces. Unfortunately, in the public square, we see many demonstrations of religion that misbehaves and is exclusive. What Reverend Jackson and his colleagues were doing were trying to show what it looks like when religion behaves and includes and empowers in real ways.
Great point. We're going to have to leave it there. Dr. Brad Braxton, president of the Chicago Theological Seminary, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
Happy MLK Day.
And to you too.